I never realized until a few years ago how important the right liner was for the right fit. Last week I skated the Mesmer John Bolinos, and while the skates were pretty good, those liners were just horrible for my feet. So this week I swapped out the liners with some Intuitions, and I'm going to see if it makes a difference. So these are the John Bolino Mesmers skates. They are one of the best looking skates on the market right now in my opinion. Absolutely love the look. I think it's a classic throne, USD throne styling. The white base plate with the white frame and the black boot. It's just a really clean look. But unfortunately, they didn't quite fit my feet and they actually hurt after a few minutes of skating. So I swapped out the stock liners with these Intuition liners. These are the Intuitions that I pulled out of the FR UFR skates. I haven't tested those skates yet, but I feel like if I can just skate these liners and break them in a little bit, if they work in this boot, there's no problem. So these are beautiful liners. These are the OEM Intuition liners. These are different than the quality that you would get if you bought an aftermarket one like a V2. But as far as OEM liners are concerned, these are probably the best you can find in any skate. It does have a solid toe. I usually prefer a neoprene toe so you can wiggle your toes a little bit out there. But if these fit my feet perfectly, I absolutely don't mind. I also swapped out the wheels with some 58mm or 50/50 wheels. I feel like the wheels that came on this skate are the wrong profile for this frame. They're a 60mm wheel and a very square profile. That's not going to help you very much for wheel bite. You're going to just jam into the edge of those wheels. Maybe if you wore them in, but they're 95A in the middle. That's not wearing in anytime soon, especially with the amount of time that I get to skate. So these wheels have a really nice profile. It's like a bullet profile with a little bit of flat on top. They are brand new wheels, so I might get a little bit of squeaking, a little bit of goose honking when I do some royales, but I'm here at my favorite ledge. I'm gonna wax the heck out of it, and hopefully I'll be able to get some nice grinds done. So my 3 goals for today. I'm back out at Marsh. This is the first time I've been here in months. You know, it's a nice, beautiful day. It's dry, it's fairly warm, so I'm just gonna go skate. Looking forward to skating these Mesmers, and I just wanna go explore the park, skate fast, do some airs, do some carving, really feel what this boot feels like, skating a little bit faster. My second goal, after I get all warmed up, I'm gonna try some royales. I was able to get a few royales out at Durham last week, but I felt like I was working a lot harder than I had to. I think the profile of the wheel is going to make a difference. These are fairly narrow sole plates, so that means that you will have to get a little bit further boot down if you're trying to skate taller frames like these Kaiser Fluid 5s, but I gotta give it a shot. And my third goal, if I feel up to it, I'm gonna try to do a kind grind on this ledge. I've done kind grind on this before. I think I can do it. It's been a bit, but I feel confident with these skates. I was able to get a kind grind over at Durham. I think I could get it here at Marsh. But first, it's time to warm up. All right, huge improvement. Absolute massive improvement in this fit. My toes have room to breathe. Just goes to show that the shell is plenty big enough. It's the stock liner that comes with the Mesmer 44 that's just too small. Because yeah, my toes, perfect length, can wiggle no problem. They feel great. I am getting some pinching in my heel area, and that's kind of weird. I don't know if that's due to the way the shell is formed or, you know, these being brand new liners. I have not heat molded them, so I might heat mold them after this hair dryer, not oven, and see if it makes a difference. But it feels like there's too much padding in my heels and it's pinching in that Achilles area That's not a good feeling. I feel like that is the pinching that I was getting with the stock Mesmer liners, and that's what made my feet really hurt and swell. I actually had foot pain for most of the week trying to recover from skating. I hope that doesn't happen today. It's definitely not on that level, but it's surely noticeable. Sole tricks are great. Absolutely no issues with sole tricks. They slide great. It took a little bit of getting used to. Not only is this ledge a little taller than I've been skating, but you know, it's a raised heel boot, which I'm not super comfortable with. But yeah, no issues. Slid great. As soon as I locked on, had no issues. That true Miz felt great. Really locked on solid. Feel like my spin was good. Just coasted to the end. All right, let's try some Royales. See how that goes. This is not a good setup for me. This frame is just too tall for these sole plates. You know, I heard from a lot of people that said, oh, these are great frames if you break them in. I don't want to break them in, I want to skate them. You know, I don't want to spend an hour grinding a curb over and over and over to get a groove. I know that that's the way to break them in, but they should, I don't know, should work out of the box. And that Royale angle is way too low for me. Yeah, I mean, I was able to get one. My cuffs are pretty loose, so it's just this, it's not a good setup for me. I think it'd be fine for sole tricks and stuff, maybe topsides, but definitely not Royales. My back Royale, I'm just so scared because I know how low I have to go in order to get boot down, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. As soon as I get that low, I start slipping out, so I got to counterbalance, put that foot behind me. It's just, ugh, scary, scary. I'm going to try a couple back farves, and if I feel confident with that, I'll try another back Royale. Yeah, this groove is just too shallow. All that I'm doing is set sliding on the wall of the frame in the boot, and that's just not fun. It makes the Royale angle so steep because obviously the frame is super tall at the frame wall, you know? If it were in the channel or the groove, it would be much better, but yeah, it's just not fun. I can see the wax getting scraped up on the ledge from the angle of my sole plate and my frame. Yeah, even back farv, I don't think I ever got boot down. I felt good, but far from getting boot down. All right, I'm gonna try kind grind. I'm gonna try it on this low ledge. If I can get it a couple of times, I'll try it on the high ledge. I am struggling. I just can't figure it out. This ledge is lower than I'm used to, but still, I was able to do it at Durham. I don't see why I can't do it here, but definitely can't do it here. My foot keeps missing, and when it doesn't miss, it ends up slipping off. Not a good kind grind day. I need to do more topside tricks. It's been a bit since I've done any, so I accept this, but disappointed in myself. All right, let me do some sole tricks. You know, I'm still not feeling these skates, guys. I gotta be honest. Maybe switching out the frames will make it different for me, but yeah, I'm not feeling these frames at all. I feel like they're just too tall. The groove is too narrow. It just doesn't work for the way that I skate. I know a lot of people love them, but they're just not for me. Let me do some sole tricks, and on a good note. All right, well, feels good to skate marsh again. Feels good to skate this ledge. I need to practice on the taller ledge at the warehouse because my legs aren't used to jumping. But definitely feels good. Yeah, I think I need to swap these frames. They're just not doing it for me. You know, full respect to anybody who loves these frames. They're not for me. I do think that the 58s with the bullet profile made a huge difference though. Didn't get any wheel bite with these wheels or this setup, but honestly it's because I was mostly on the sidewall of the frame. I wasn't really grinding anywhere in the groove, which, I mean, why have a groove in the first place, I guess, if you're gonna do that. The heel pressure in my boot has started to go away. Either my foot is used to it or it's breaking in a little bit and it's getting a little softer, which makes it a little bit wider. I will not heat mold these because it feels fine right now. I will see how my heels feel throughout the week, and if they hurt tomorrow, the next day, the day after, I might heat mold them. But yeah, I feel like they're starting to break in. They're starting to feel good. And honestly, this boot, I don't have any issues with this boot. I am having a bit of a problem getting used to skating flat again, especially coming fakie to something. Like usually with anti-rocker, you can kind of put yourself in the train tracks and just like cruise up to the obstacle. Here, I'm moving while I'm going up to the obstacle, so getting that line, really difficult. Coming into that in-spin Mizu, that was a lot. Just kept spinning off and having a really difficult time getting my line proper. I don't think I would have that problem with anti-rocker, but who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next week.